You know, CT Veteran Grown is a way to support both farmers and veterans right here in our state.
Renee Danino is live at one local farm to show us how the holiday season can be the perfect way to say thanks. Hey, Renee.
Good morning, you two. We are live from Stonewall Acres here in Coventry. They're going to have their last wreath-making celebration this weekend. We'll get into that, but we're celebrating all of our Connecticut veteran-owned farmers, and we have right now the president of the Farmers Veteran Coalition, Jared McCool. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you, Renee. Great to be here.
So,
outstanding.
Yeah, well, you know what? Tell me where you served and a little bit about Steadfast Farms. That's who you represent.
Sure. So I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I was in from '08, got out in 2014 during OEF.
Wow. And so a lot of years of service, and then you get out and you're like, I'm going to be a farmer.
Yeah, it wasn't an immediate transition, but it was a great transition. You know, I served our country overseas, and now I get to do it here domestically in my community and across the country.
Is there an extra layer of responsibility and actually honor to being the head of this coalition and making sure the veteran farmers are represented?
I think in this case, you know, our organization, we're full of leadership. So part of leadership is knowing when to take up a different position. So I just kind of drew the short straw for the first 3 years, and here I am representing the organization. But the great thing about veterans is succession, and somebody will take over and carry it the rest of the way when I'm done.
Tell me about Steadfast and the product that you have here.
Yeah, so here's Steadfast Farms. We are currently the only USDA inspected poultry slaughter and processing facility in the state of Connecticut.
Okay.
So what that allows us to do is we do poultry, your mainstream poultry that you see in the store, your chicken, your turkey, but we also do game birds, which is a nice type of exotic bird that you can also bring to your kitchen table. We do that all from Bethlehem, Connecticut.
Okay.
So all this product is raised in Connecticut, it's processed here in Connecticut, and it hasn't left our farm until you take it home.
Which is good to know. A lot of times people wonder the quality and you know, just making sure that it's all done properly, and you can count on that at Steadfast. And before I bring in my friend Commissioner, tell me about, now these are jumbo quail eggs and they're still this big. Show these.
Yeah, so these are quail eggs. They're from directly on our farm. We keep the breeding flock. These we do not incubate, so we don't get other quail out of them. They're non-fertilized, so you can take them home. Yes, they are a third the size of a chicken egg, but they have even more nutritional value than a chicken egg without the cholesterol and high trans fat that you're used to.
I brought him home this weekend, and Sal was like, what is that? Now, Commissioner, come on over here, because tell me, how many farms in general are there in the state? And then also out of that, how many veteran-owned?
Well, thank you. And we've got over 5,000 farms in Connecticut. So they generate $4 billion to the state's economy, employ 31,000 people. So it's a pretty big industry when you think about it. We're used to the local farm we go to, or farm stand, or a couple farms at a market. But when you put that together, $4 billion means there's a lot of activity. 700 of those farms identify as veteran-owned in the state. So people like Jared, who are done with their service, came home, had a unique skill set, obviously very driven to be successful and work hard. The farm is a great place to put those talents to use, and so we're very fortunate to have the Connecticut Farmers, the Farmer Veteran Coalition, and the ConnecticutVeteranGrown.org as a place for consumers to find a local farm that's veteran-owned.
Oh, I was just going to ask that question. You took the question right out of my mouth, but also how can people find you to support you?
So you can find us by searching us on Google. We do have a web presence, steadfastfarmsusa.com. You can also find us on the CTVeteranGrown.org website on the map for veterans. And I mean, we're 8 years in, and we employ 13 currently, and we're probably going to double our staff in the next year.
Well, thank you and your family for your service. Thank you, Commissioner, for being here today. Look for the CT Veteran Grown label when you're shopping. It is now starting to become as popular as the CT Grown label, and you can feel good about it. We're live here at Stonewall Acres in Coventry, and we'll have more coming up at Great Day at 3 p.m. this afternoon. So back to you guys.
Love it. I love the mission. I love what it goes back to.
Absolutely.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, it's terrific.
Great stuff there. All right, from gaming gifts to actual gaming, we're learning how to play hamster roll on